Hi guys, welcome to this lesson where we are going to learn about using snaps in 3D Max Studio. Snaps belong to this area here. We have 5 options that have this kind of orange icon. Let's take a look at the first one. If you hold it down, you have various options that are 2, 2.5, and 3. This refers to the axis, so you could work on 3 axes, 2.5, or 2. Right now, we'll work on 3. Right-click on this icon. Here, we have different options to try out. What they do is snap or adjust to whatever we select. So snap to the pivots, vertex, faces, etc. Let's make a box and select grid points. If you select snaps to adjust the grid, then it selects the middle points to adjust and create a magnetism. This is so when we create a box, for example, we won't go out of the square. The same for the other axis, as we have the 3 axes selected. This doesn't work on the grid. We can change the grid points and select pivot, for example, or vertex, which is easier. Now, see how it snapped straight to the vertex, and we could work with a magnetism without making any mistakes. We'll see this more as we go along. Let's move on to the next magnetism, which is also quite simple. We would use this in the case that we needed to rotate our object by, let's say, 45 degrees. This would be really difficult to do manually. It would be too complicated. And that's what the next snap is used for, which is the angle. What it basically does is it increases the rotation by 5 degrees at a time, and we could adjust it to the measurement we need without a problem. The next thing we'll see is a tool called Align. Let's unselect the snap we had activated and we'll now select Align. We'll create another box before selecting it and see how it works. Select the box and then Align. When you select Align, you also need to select another target object to make that alignment. Select this one and go to the window to see what comes up. We're only going to focus on the area at the top. As you can see, the 3 axes are marked and 4 properties: minimum, center, pivot, and maximum. Mark the 3 axes and align center with center. If you click OK, see how the object center has been aligned to another object center. Select Align again and select the box. Now only select the y-axis. If we wanted the object to be on the left of the first one, then we need to select on the y-axis the maximum position should be positive and the minimum negative. So the maximum position on the y-axis of our object would be this left side, because it would be positive. The minimum would be to the right, the negative side. Let's place minimum, the negative side, with the maximum of our target object. So we have minimum with maximum. Let's do another test to understand how this works a bit better. Let's select Align once again with our target object and place it on top. Select the 3 axes and center to center, apply. So it's now perfectly centered. One object on top of another. Now we just select the height axis, the one we want to align, the Z-axis. To place the violet object over the blue one, you need to select the minimum of the violet one, the negative one on the Z-axis, with the maximum of the other object, the positive side. Select OK, and again it's perfectly aligned and centered on this object. This will also be very useful to us, and we'll use it to make very exact alignments that will add quality to our projects.